Wednesday. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. If you celebrate, Tim and I stayed home because unfortunately he was on call. But we cooked dinner together and had a nice night at home, so that was fun. If this is the first video you're seeing, because Tim and I have filmed a Christmas tree video for you guys that I need to just edit together, then this will be the announcement video that I chopped off all of my hair. You can't really see it, mainly one because the sun is crazy insane right now, and two because my jacket is on, but it is about, I would say, shoulder length, maybe a little bit longer than shoulder length. I had a bit of a crazy week last week and impulsively just decided, you know what, I've been thinking about doing a big chop for a long time. Back in May I did that little haircut, but it was nothing compared to this, and so I said F it and found someone in my area and went, and I absolutely loved her, and I'm so happy with the length. I don't think I will be letting my hair get long, you know, anytime soon, because I truly love the length. But I wanted to talk a little bit about regain after the holidays, because I feel like in the past years of regain after the holidays, especially after my bariatric surgery, it felt a lot different than it feels this year. So, and I know that this is something a lot of people struggle with, you know, especially around the holidays and stuff, if you're on a health journey, weight loss journey. And so, okay, before the holidays, like right before the holidays, I'm talking even like, you know, Wednesday, Thursday morning, I was down to 210.8. Just as a reminder, I started this journey January 23rd at 306, and I have lost almost 100 pounds this year. So 206 would be my 100-pound down mark, and I was down to 210.8. And my goal is to, by the end of the year, hit that hit that 100-pound mark. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But again, because I had a crazy week, I was moving around a bit more. I wasn't eating 3 consecutive meals a day, and you know, it played a part in why I dropped a few pounds a little bit quicker, but nonetheless I was down to 210.8. and then I indulged like the day before, or the night before, the day of, the day after, and I know everybody says not to step on the scale, you know, the night after and all this stuff, but I did because I was curious, and I feel like I have a, you know, mentally good relationship with my scale for like the first time in my life. And so I stepped on the scale, and it was up to 217 point something, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's saying I gained 17 pounds. And I won't lie, for a split second I felt disappointment, I felt like annoyance, anger, and I was like, oh my god, like dread. I was a little bit dreadful. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm back up 7 pounds, like how could this possibly be, and blah blah. But again, that was all for literally a split second. Also, I apologize so much. I hope the sun is not in everybody's face this entire video. But that feeling only kept in my body for like maybe 30 seconds. And then I was like, cool. I know it's not all actual fat. I know a lot of this is bloating, a lot of this is water weight, a lot of this is salt, a lot of this is swelling because of how much I ate and what I ate, and maybe a little bit of constipation. So I'll just get it off again. And that is the difference between the last few years and this year. is not beating myself up about it, because in past years, eating all of those things, the sweets, the desserts, the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, the heavy carb foods, like that would have derailed me if I was doing well. This year, I'm not letting it. I was able to eat it and enjoy it and then move on from it. Did I feel like I went back for seconds or maybe put a little more on my plate than like normal? Yeah. But I think that's because those are foods that I don't have all the time. And for most people, you don't have a Thanksgiving meal like once a week. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a once a year type thing. And so I indulged in it. And with the sweets, I definitely indulged, because the sweets are definitely not something that I have super, super, super often anymore. So sometimes I do find myself still having a hard time only taking like one. But again, I'm not holding myself, and beating myself up for what I ate over Thanksgiving. And I think that that's such an important thing to do, because a lot of people do that. A lot of people beat themselves up or don't even let themselves enjoy Thanksgiving or holiday food, whatever it is that you celebrate, because of the weight loss journey that they're on. And if that works for you, if that's what keeps you accountable, and you don't feel like you're being restrictive, or you don't feel like you're missing out, then more power to you, and you have to do what works for you. But I know from experience, a lot of us do one of two things. We restrict, and then we regret it, and it makes us hate this journey and this process, or we indulge, and then we feel guilty about it afterwards. And life is all about balance, and I truly feel like the reason why I don't feel guilty, or I feel like this didn't derail me or whatever, is because in my normal day-to-day life, I allow myself to have balance. I allow myself to have some chocolate, or I allow myself to have, maybe one of those carb-filled things like mac and cheese. Like, I allow myself to have this stuff in my day-to-day, week-to-week, whatever it is, even though I'm not having it all the time, but I'm allowing myself to have it guilt-free. And so I think when I had all of this stuff over the holiday, I didn't feel bad about it. And I think that that's such a powerful thing to feel. I stepped on the scale this morning and I was down to 214.6, I think it is. So, less than 10 pounds away again from my 100 pounds down. And I'm so proud of myself. I want you guys to know that if you indulged, if you gained weight, that doesn't take away from all of the progress you have already made this year. And again, in years past, that would have done that for me. Seeing that 7-pound regain on the scale would have made me forget about the 95 pounds that I did lose this entire year. It's all about perspective. And it's all about allowing ourselves grace and realizing that we are humans and that we are allowed to have these things. We are allowed to not feel guilty about it. We're allowed to give ourselves a break. We're allowed to do what we want, as long as it's not hurting ourselves or anybody else. That whole spiel. It's okay. And I want you to know that it's okay. And who knows? Maybe there's no one watching this video who has been in that situation or was in that situation this year. But I also know that there are a lot of people like me who in the past have beat themselves up for it. And even, me talking to past Trisha, like, it was okay that I ate that. It was okay that I went back for seconds. And it doesn't define my progress throughout the whole year that I gained weight on a holiday because I was enjoying myself and the food and the people around me. So that's what I have to say about that. It is crazy how much of a mental time the holidays are. I'm very lucky in my family that I have, where holidays have always been a big deal. It's always been all of us together. You know, we've invited people in that don't have people to spend, you know, the holidays with. Like, very lucky that we always had food and family and friends around on the holidays. And to me, that's what holidays are. It's time to reflect on being thankful for what you have in your life and be cheerful and happy. And although, you know, we are now unfortunately missing some very important people from our table on those days, my holidays are still filled with family. And I know for a lot of people, holidays are not that. Holidays are scary, you know, financially, or lonely because of family, bad relationships, you know, things like that. And my heart goes out to those people. So let's not add our own, you know, mental difficulties on top of what difficulties the holidays can already bring, you know? Yeah, that's what I have to say. I don't want to keep rambling. Short and sweet video. I do want to give a little plug, I guess, shameful but non-shameful plug, over to my Tickety Talk channel. I've been posting a lot on there. I actually was accepted into something called the TikTok Shop affiliate program, which technically you're supposed to have like 5,000 followers for, and I have a little bit over 1,100, and I was accepted into it. But essentially I'm able to promote products that I truly use and truly love now, and review things and whatever. And if people buy through the link that I have, then I get a little bit of a kickback. And that honestly has been changing people's lives. I mean, it's not every person that uses it, but you know, this year I've been focusing on health and all that stuff, and kind of like I came on here and said in that video like a week ago now, I'm just excited for the future. I am going to be digging myself this year, starting like now, out of debt and creating a better life for myself and my family, and I'm determined to do it. And so that's one way. I'm gonna do a bunch of different types of passive income, or at least I'm gonna try, and that's one thing that I'm gonna try and do. So if you guys are interested in supporting my TikTok channel, then the link is down below to my page. Just go follow it. It's basically another one of these, except I do shorter videos or different style videos, definitely still weight loss related and life related and things like that. But yeah, shameless plug there. My Instagram is also linked below if you guys ever want to check that out. That's a way to communicate as well. And yeah, again, you got this. Don't feel guilty. You're allowed to enjoy yourself, and I hope everybody did enjoy themselves this holiday season. I will see you very soon. Bye.